Next up, we have Jay Stanley, Senior Policy Analyst of the Speech, Privacy, and Technology Project at the ACLU. And his lightning talk is entitled State Digital IDs Threaten to Transform the Internet. Thank you.
Thank you. It's really great to be in this room. I've been to so many great talks here in the last 15 years. Okay, lightning talk. So I'm going to talk about digital identity and digital driver's license specifically. Everybody thinks and this is an issue that I think is actually very potentially significant and has not received very much attention. Everybody's like, oh, you put your credit cards in your Apple Wallet, you can put your driver's license in your Apple Wallet. No, what a big deal. But over the counter, if I show you my digital driver's license, there's no record of that. Whereas in a digital form, you can be tracked, you can be recorded, it can be centrally tracked, and so forth. And the real game here is not just a digital driver's license that you show at a liquor store, but one that you could show over the internet. There's huge demand for this among industry and so forth. And in some ways, this is not just another tracking system in American life. It's the one tracking system to rule them all because it's a unique identifier that you cannot escape. You cannot change your password and your username. You cannot run to the DMV and get a new identity. And unfortunately, the state legislatures are, unfortunately, the state legislatures are not getting this. And so we have seen across the country, 13 states have implemented it. A bunch of others are in various stages of in progress in creating these. And almost none of them have even the most basic technology and policy protections that they need to have to not become a tracking nightmare super cookie. And we at the ACLU put together 12 such recommendations that we think at a bare minimum need to accompany any kind of a digital identity, digital driver's license. And they include technical protections and policy protections. I'm just going to highlight a few since this is a lightning talk. No phone home. Under some of the systems that have been created, every time you show your driver's license, it pings the DMV and pulls down your information. So the DMV gets a centralized bird's eye view of everywhere you're showing your ID. Again, when you're talking about internet sites, that's very significant. Verifier unlinkability basically means, so even if you have a very privacy protective identity so that you can prove you're over 21 without sharing your date of birth, which is doable with cryptographic technology, if it's a unique identifier, if it's the same key that's used every time you present your ID, then it becomes a tracking device. And so there are very accessible cryptographic systems that will allow you to not do that and to present a different unique key every time you present your ID. And yet they haven't sort of bothered to do that. Verifier accountability, you are proving who you are. There needs to be a way for the verifier, the party that is asking you to verify yourself, to prove who they are and to allow you to have a record of who is asking for your identity and to keep that on your phone under your own control and to erase it if you wish, or keep it if you wish, for example, to share with a state attorney general who is prosecuting them for violating various protections that we also call for. Among the legislative protections, the big one here is restrictions on ID demands. The real threat here is when you go to an internet site, there's already identification mechanisms. You take a photo of your ID, you do a 3D photo and everything like that, but that's a big ask. So internet sites do not ask you to do that unless they kind of really need it. But when you get a pop-up, just like you do today for other things like cookies, click here to send us your digital driver's license. No, sorry, we can't let you see this video. We can't let you get on this social website. Every website is going to have a bunch of incentives to start asking you to share your digital driver's license. And then it becomes truly a super cookie. So basically, of all the states, only 2 of them have passed laws that are at all thoughtful. New Jersey and Utah, which and Utah is a little weaker, but they're sort of they have big ideas about creating sort of self-sovereign identity that's under the control of the individual. New Jersey just passed a law enabling it, but they basically included a lot of our recommendations, and it's pretty strong, although it's not 100% strong. One of the promising things is that a bunch of the states already have statutes regulating who may scan the barcode on your physical license and what they may do with the data that they get from it. And so what needs to happen is we need to translate those laws. First of all, we need to strengthen them because a lot of them are very weak, except for New Hampshire, which basically bans the scanning of IDs outside of like healthcare and finance. We need to strengthen those laws, and we need to translate them into the digital identity context so that it doesn't become a tracking nightmare where basically we are in a digital prison that you cannot escape. You cannot reset your relationship with any company. You cannot escape their memory of every interaction that you've ever had with them, which is what I think that the threat is. Thank you very much.
Wow.